Hello friends, this is Priya. Welcome to valuetrainings.com. Today we are here to explain all the testing techniques which we can use and how. Now I'll explain how they all are related and how I can say what is the meaning of software, which the testing jargons which you get many times, which you see many times. So let's start with the very first software testing. But before coming to the testing techniques, let's see what is the meaning of testing. Okay, so I'll start with the testing. What is the meaning of testing? See, testing is nothing but the process of validations or verifications. So what is the meaning of validations and verifications? We will learn in a very detail about this. Okay, just a process of validations and verifications. Okay, so now let's start with the very first jargon related to testing as software testing. See, software testing is nothing but to test a software. Okay, I'll say it's a test a software with which intentions. Intentions are important to know why I am doing that testing. The intentions of software testing is to find bugs. Bugs means what? Bugs or some problems if there exist, so that as we are here, we are talking about the software testing, right? So that the software on which I am actually performing testing could meet it could meet the technical or business requirements. Okay, so this is all about the software testing. So now if I say what is the meaning of API testing, so what do you think? API testing means what? As we all are here for the SOAPUI testing, right? But what about the software testing or about the API testing? See here, let's say if this is my API. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Application Programming Interface. And GUI is what? GUI is something. GUI is placed over here. Understood? GUI is what? What I can say, GUI is graphical user interface. So GUI is something with which end user do interact. Right? If I open any of the website, I am going to view its GUI. Okay? But we are here for the API testing as software testing, SOAPUI, web services testing. These all are the terms which are used as interchanging terms, right? But we are here for API testing. So what about GUI? API is actually something above which GUI is present. Okay, so when I am going to test means what? So process of validations and verifications. So when I'm going to perform verifications and validation on any of the API, then it is API testing. Okay, so what I can say for API, it is a kind of software testing on API. Understood? So testing, you mean you all know what is the meaning of testing? It's here. So when I'm testing any of my API, then it is API testing. So what about the web services? What do you think? What about the web services testing? See, web services testing is something when I am going to test any of my web service. Remember, my first session was on web services only. Right? So when I'm going to test my web service, then it's a web services testing. Okay, now this is important. What is the meaning of REST JSON testing? REST plus JSON, two jargons are there from your SOAPUI. I did explain about both of these in my last session. REST and JSON, when I am going to test my web service, my API with REST plus JSON. REST is my architecture and JSON is the language with which I am going to interact. So when I am going to test my web service, my API using REST as my architecture, JSON as my language, then I can say this is my REST JSON. REST JSON API testing are very famous these days. Okay. very much famous. SOAPUI testing now. SOAPUI testing means when I'm going to test my web service, my software, my API with the help of SOAPUI tool. Understood? So these are the terms which are covered. If you see here, REST, JSON, API, these all are covered. Now let's come to the last type of testing which is concerned with above testing techniques, is this functional testing. Functional testing means when I am going to test the features. It's important, it's the features or the functionality. When I'm going to test the features or the functionality of my web service, of my API, then I could say it is a functional testing. So this is all about all the testing techniques which we can relate, and if any one of you use any one of the testing technique, then all of these are same. Understood? So very simple session for today, theoretical one. Thank you.